Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. By the way, Kitty Cam is off.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, and there's my tea. Give me
Kitty
one
Cam
moment.
is not awake.
Wake up the Kitty Cam!
Squeal, 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 squeal. And there goes Kitty Cam. Kitty Cam is live. Woo!
Go, Kitty Cam, go.
Mhm.
So, what are we doing tonight? I kind of listed it as crafting, but we could do something else. Though we need to
Well,
do
I think you
gathering.
should certainly start with custom deliveries.
Okay, custom deliveries. And you want gathering this time.
Yeah.
I
Which
showed
for me, wow.
Charlemagne, Adkarag, Manago. Oops. Yeah, 3. Any overlap there?
No. It's Nidowikwe, Margrat, and Andon. The top 3.
I guess we're going different directions, or I.
It's not like you really need the bonus.
No, the Nidawikwe,
Let's
Margaret,
do.
and Andon. Andon has nothing for me. Margaret and Nidawikwe went fishing. You know how difficult it is to do a fishing custom delivery?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
Let's put it this way, I don't. Hello, Doodles.
Hey, Doodles. Um. Well, you can always just go to Nidowikwe and we can, I can do gathering and you can do whatever you want to get seals in.
Nidawikwe is this way, so.
Yes. We need to visit her kittiness anyway.
Hello, FK. We're mostly doing crafting and gathering rounds tonight.
Yes.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
While everyone else is out having fun without us at BabsCon.
Yeah. Initial reports is that it was an hour-long wait to get into the dealer's hall because of fire marshal limits.
Yeah. Of course, I don't think I told you on Wednesday. I was telling Patch that Baron was currently in con prep mode for BabsCon. He's going, con for Babs Bunny? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, not quite. Yeah, I think my filter is helping, so that tells me that whatever was hitting me last night was probably allergy based.
Yeah. You have it on in your bedroom?
Oh, it's always on in the bedroom. It never goes off.
Okay.
Unless Baron actually opens the world up so that it can get some fresh air, it's always on.
Have you checked its status?
No, I have not.
You might want to do that tonight.
I have noticed that
the main filter has finally gone out.
I have noticed that even if the charcoal filter goes out I start having reactions. So,
Oh, sure.
not even the main actual HEPA filter.
Well, that charcoal filter does pull a lot of stuff out of the air. It's one of the reasons why it needs replacing more often.
This is true. The joy of living with allergies.
Mm-hmm. Allergies are awesome.
No, they aren't.
But it says so in the song.
The song is wrong. It is oh so wrong. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that even pets get allergies.
Oh, yeah.
Allergies to fleas is one of the biggest ones for pets, but it's not the only thing. It could be dust mites. It could be certain types of food, which is really horrible with a cat and it's allergic to chicken.
Ooh, that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's one of the things you have no troubles with.
No, meats, except for lobster, I'm good with.
Yeah, and lobster is a common problem.
It's more common than you'd think, that's for sure. Part of it is that lobster can actually be effectively farmed in tanks.
Yeah.
You would not be now it's kind of cheap-ass lobster, so it goes for things like lobster sauce. Oh, yeah. Okay, Nikoike, what do you want? She wants carriage furnishing supplies.
She wants some map-making pigment.
Odd, it actually says it. No, it's a bonus for the cenote oyster. No.
Yeah, she's giving me a bonus for the cenote oyster.
Is she also...
And not the other. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Yeah, that is the fishing symbol. The top three are fishing bonus.
Dang
it!
Yeah, the symbol you're looking for is yellow.
Yeah, Charlemont, Minago, and that's it.
Just Charlemagne and Minago.
Yeah. Which ones are bonused for you?
Charlemagne, Adkarag, and Minago. So I guess we're heading to Ishgard.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Nidawikwe.
All aboard the Waffle Express.
Yeah, I can believe that, FK.
Yeah.
Cats are particular.
Your cat is in good company. I go in for shots. In fact, part of my problem is I missed my last shot.
Oops. Don't do that.
And my next shot is like a week from now.
Okay.
I'll have to check. It's kind of end of the month
Please say it's
shot.
not on Wednesday.
Let me check.
Because I have a dental appointment on Wednesday, though. Mine would probably be late morning, and yours will probably be late afternoon.
It's on Tuesday the 29th.
Okay.
So we got that time.
A week from Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's on the 23rd.
So yeah, pets having allergies just kind of sucks. You do the best you can for them, though. Yeah, the fun part is that my doctor has officially said, well, I'm going to send you to an ears, nose, throat specialist because, let's see if we can do anything about your nose, which is just constantly plugged. Hello, Orca! So that's on the medical docket.
Hey, Orca.
Yay! Ooh, thunderstorms. All that moisture in the air. Fun times.
No game audio.
No game audio? How'd that happen? You're right, there is no game audio. Why is there no game audio? No, it's... How is it we have suddenly no game audio? It's saying... I don't know what it's saying! It's just...
No, it's never intentional, Doodles. Maybe intentional on OBS's side, but not on ours.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Try that again. I had your audio off.
Or who's saying, can't spell obstinate without obs. Obviously.
Yeah. I had to turn off the game capture and Discord capture and turn on just entire desktop capture.
Boy.
Yeah, I don't... It's like... I don't know. Audio's black magic.
It's like it's being stupid.
I will not deny that. I will not deny that in the least. The joys of live entertainment.
Live music. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we had a recording of that because that moment was priceless.
I know. And even my YouTube wish list is half dismantled now by dead videos.
I'm sorry.
Because I put one together of all the pieces they played in the order they played them.
Mm.
I'll have to double check the description. Maybe I put it in the description of the list, in which case I should be able to reconstruct it. But I don't think I was quite that intelligent.
So you might be wondering, hearing this that's constantly going on. That's a USB device unhooking and rehooking. That's my Razer Tartarus.
Yes. No. I don't give the full list. Darn. I just mentioned where the intermission was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I should probably fly to Ishgard, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Fine. Spoil Waffle's fun.
We're too tired for walking.
Yeah, for some reason my Razer Nostromo has been... or Tartarus, sorry. Nostromo was the previous model.
Right.
It just randomly drops its drivers and reattaches its drivers, and it drives me nuts because it's been doing it more and more recently. And I do not know why.
Good.
And I can't play without it. Ah, yes, Blue Fog. Such a special place. Audio is black magic, man. I've said it before, I will say it again, I will continue to say it. Oh, didn't realize you got such a good look at the shard of Dalamud there.
Oh, yeah. Of course, half the time, the weather is in the way.
This is very true.
Somewhat literally, with your view blocked by all of the oil stains in midair.
Yes, he would totally be a black mage.
The new engine is so wonderful. Looking behind us at some of the mountains.
Yeah.
I think Larsus is more defense against the dark arts.
What? Defense against J.K. Rowling's?
One can only hope.
And off to the Peppermint. Of course, we could have just looked up what he wanted and brought it with us.
Yeah. But what's the fun in that?
Oh wow, they're in the middle of a feat. Half an hour to the next one.
And we'll start at 11.
Yeah, the feats here are little, effectively fates that are specifically for crafting and gathering classes.
Yeah.
It's actually a nice little system.
And it was, you know, initially it was part of the main Ishgard restoration event that built all of this place out.
Okay, Charlemeld, what do you want? I'm showing art supply materials.
Art supply materials, yep.
And where can we find art supply materials?
Azim Steppe. Kakol Elo. Or Uznal Hakir if you're not mistaken.
So we need to head to the Azim Steppe. I'm just gonna use an Aetheryte pass.
Thank you! We come halfway around the world to get here, and he sends us halfway around the other way around the world. It won't be too long before the buttons see this place.
To 60 zone, I think.
Ah, there it is. It's directly west of us.
Whoop. Yeah, this is actually one of the more impressive zones that the buns are not
especially
yet
for
gotten
Stormblood.
to.
Yeah. Should be these nodes.
Yep, there they are.
And yep.
Should eat some gathering food.
True. One thing is a good way to use the different stuff.
this is gonna take a while.
A bit.
I was only able to gather one each.
Funny that. You go your own way. We're probably going to the same place, but... yeah.
But now I have to wait for my GP to refill. And unfortunately, not much has happened today. I did poke at some more of the animation colors. I'm about at the halfway point, roughly. Or getting close to. The downside is it really does make my finger turn numb, which I am disliking immensely.
You should.
Hi cordials to the rescue.
It's like I'm getting more than it's predicted. Ah, payroll day.
Yeah, he called me earlier today. He's like, we're doing great, and I'm like, yay, because we still need to pay taxes.
Yeah, well.
We had to file an extension earlier.
Yep.
It is what it is.
5. Uh-oh. Why was that not showing?
And traditionally, BabsCon has been the quick minute last walk over the line for our tax income. I know it's horrible, but that's just kind of how it turns out.
It's going to be horrible next year.
Yeah, where we have no BabsCon.
Okay, I have 6.
I am still waiting on GP so I can do my next.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at this legendary deposit.
You do said thing.
Watch, disappears just as I try and make my first swing.
That's usually how it goes.
Silver Grace Ore and Ezum Spring Water.
Yeah, I hate to say this, Orca, but don't really expect returns this year. Expect that you'll be getting an IOU in the mail, if that much. I really don't want to go into it because we try and keep a friendly show here and keep the politics out, but yeah, sorry.
I need to check the status online. One of the places I will be getting money from is, of course, the state.
That's good, right?
That should be in better shape.
it's wanting me to collect 7.
Should just be 6, right?
This last node... No! Why? Why did you do this to me? You did so great on this intricate 6 node that we'll let you mine it all over again at full GP!
Okay,
I'm
then.
done!
That's something
I
I've not
can't
seen.
even mine the lightning crystals because I'm overstacked.
Oh, the curse of the overachiever.
Right, back to Ishgard. Alright, Jesus, why do you hate me?
Considering that the arms are coming up in my future at some point, maybe I should actually assemble a crafting glamour set.
I don't know, you might be able to skip the arms entirely.
That would be good. But I do have a gathering set. So what's one more? And I'm happy with my gardening outfit.
You've had that gardening outfit for how many years now?
A few.
Just a few?
Long enough to wonder why I still wear it in Ishgard.
Fair enough. Okay, Charlemagne, we went halfway around the world for this. You better be happy.
Yes. Please be happy with this.
I got 3.
This
You
one's
got
always
2.
right, 2.
Yeah, and I got number 3 of that.
She's going to level on the last one.
Congrats, 92.
Mm-hmm. Which means 1 more level of mining and 2 more of botany. Not only has my nephew grown accustomed to assisting here, it pleases me to say he takes to the work with great zeal.
Of course, I got something different, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I've got one left over that I'm going to have to ditch.
Sorry. I suppose you could keep them for next week, but...
No, there'll be something different next week.
That's kind of silly.
Okay.
Probably.
The next one would be Manago. And
Alright.
I'm showing yellow kudzu root.
Right, Monago. Should be the same, yep.
Sleeping stones in the peaks.
And that... Yeah. Or now that I'm going over to harvesting the last forest in the peaks. Start getting it up to 92. And time for the rubber mallet.
Bonk.
Very good.
Yeah, that does not show up in my mod tools on my phone.
Yeah. I guess it's only showing the same things that the same feed that what's it with? You want to try that again? That, you know, the on-screen chat is receiving. I'm watching your screen in the stream and trying to hit escape to close all the windows.
It doesn't quite work, does it?
No! Here we go. And it'd be the yellow kudzu root. Yes. Yeah, that's way over what I was saying. That's very strange.
Okay then.
I'll need a little bit more.
It double popped on me.
Yeah, the first one got me too. Oh, you got the full thing again?
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen. It probably requires being noticeably over level, which, yeah, I'm not. And it is the yellow kudzu root, right? I'm
Yes.
not getting the wrong thing.
You are correct. Yellow kudzu. Which is apparently edible. Kudzu is, anyway.
And I guess that's 4. IL2. It's 5.
Ah, the sound of harvesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All well into the green, though not all maxed.
Mine are all maxed, but
It isn't. That is strange. I was having an easier time with mining the other set, even though it was higher level.
yeah, well, Twitch has been having a hard time trying to make a revenue work. Oh, right, Monago. Monago's this way.
Maybe I just don't watch enough Twitch, because I don't even know what Turbo is.
Turbo is effectively no ads, paid support.
Right.
And instead of subscribing to an individual, you subscribe effectively to entire Twitch. That gets you the ability to subscribe to like 3 different people? Or something like that?
Okay.
I'm not so sure of the particulars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Monago.
How's our favorite resistance leader?
Okay, so it's basically for all channels, so yeah. Oh no, I need to go spin some script.
Ah. Customer is always right, Monago 3.
We'll be back.
Yeah, I might need to do this before I get through all 6.
Yeah, I got through 3 and it was like, nope.
And I'm gonna level.
Oh, grats.
Won't even be as close as it was on mining. Actually, no, it will be lower. And I need to go spin crafting script. Before I do number 6.
Now, I think I now have all my recipes. Oh.
Yeah, that's the first thing for me to check. It's been forever.
This is...
I think I have
mining.
everything.
So I should have all the folklore. Yeah, I have all the folklore tomes.
Okay.
Can you get to the orange 100s?
I don't have any oranges. I'm just getting purple.
Second to bottom.
Get orange script, I need to be 100.
Hold on. On the oranges, a second from bottom. Mount token.
Well.
A pile of these certificates can be traded into certain splendor vendors for impressively tamed beasts. Plural.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I can do that. Now the odd thing is, I'm only seeing. Yeah, I'm only seeing 100. Okay, I see. Except. Yeah. Where's the pre-100 folklore?
100 folklore items.
Yeah, which is just 100. Where's the pre-100? I might have simplified it this time and done it straight. I think the others require the trader's tokens.
Maybe.
But who do you turn those into? Yeah, certified note that can be exchanged for tomes of regional folklore. But who do you turn those into so that I can make sure I have everything from 90 on down?
Probably the 60 through 80 tokens.
Don't think so.
Because I remember you had to do this original token switch thing.
Yeah. But in here, you know, they're just giving you purple and orange token categories.
By the way, another option
I think
you
might have to visit a particular person per category. Yes.
Gather scripts. Gear.
Yeah. However, at the moment, I think I'm in about as good as it gets on. Well, maybe not as good as it gets on 90s. Because I've got the Skysung Hatchet, which is 500. Oh yeah, these are all 80s. It's even the oh dear. Am I making do with 80s still? On both? Yes, I am. Except that I have the 590 pickaxe, which is part of why mining was going so well. My primary and secondary got upgraded, and nothing else has been upgraded. So, yeah, I'm going to be buying 90 gear. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Gear. Start with the jacket. Yeah. Nothing else is that big. Even the legs are 100. Stick to that for now. For one thing, I'm starting to run out of inventory. Actually, speak Set. Come on! Mel. See if some of the spare stuff I gathered is worth anything. 300 per. I'm gonna end up spending the rest of the time re-gearing. Don't go far.
I'm throwing something up on Auction House.
And suddenly I feel motivated to gather anything.
Sorry? Well, I'm gonna turn in my last set.
All the gear's the wrong color. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
You can dye it, right?
I've got it set up. But right now I don't know what I'm doing.
Kitten!
I don't know what my motivation is anymore.
Yeah, Rylea has this thing of all her classes and jobs are color coded. So if it's not the right
or
color...
at least all the crafting and gathering is. So when crafting and gathering sets are the wrong color, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm obviously not crafting and gathering because I'm not in the right color.
Let's be honest, you're just gonna glam it as your gardening outfit.
Gardening outfit.
All will be fine and right with the world.
But right now I don't know what I'm doing.
By the way, this person over here, the Splendors vendor, is taking regional folklore traders token A's for tomes of geology.
I'll need to double check with him. I think we want a very particular one to check on the 90s, which I think I did get, but we need to double check. Now, level 90 gear presumably would be taking materia 10s?
Yes.
Okay. So I will probably be needing to borrow some materia from you. start with... Huh.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna make it slightly complicated. Okay, let's start with a perception. 2 perceptions. Three perceptions? Make it 4.
Oh wait, this is gathering.
Yeah.
I will
4
actually
perceptions and
No,
4 gathering.
I'm going to make
You're just going to hand me a whole bunch of stuff?
I'm going to hand you whole stacks, and then you just hand back what you don't have. Because I believe your crafting
Thankfully,
is
I can
good
do
enough.
all the melding myself.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I can meld anything up through, like, 95.
And just return the spares.
Do you really trust me with all of this?
Not
That
really.
is a lot of whatever that is. That is a lot of perception. The others, not so much.
What can I say? I'm a perceptive guy.
Really now. Though probably more perceptive than me. Okay, that over. Okay, now for the fun decisions. The second slots. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, those tooltips aren't telling me enough.
Oh god. So at the same time BabsCon is going on, SakuraCon, which is a big West Coast anime convention up in the SeaTac area, is happening.
Right.
And SakuraCon has a long history and tradition.
Not all gear was found. I don't doubt it.
Yeah, you're looking a little naked there.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still lost. What's my motivation?
Someone did a Miku costume.
Okay, yes, I was seeing that.
Apparently is they're referring to as AI Miku.
Aha!
Where the arms and the hair ponytails are flipped.
Or swapped, yes.
Yes. It's
Oh, right, that's something to hand you.
special.
Yes. And that is all.
Whenever you see Rai in the white bikini, that means she actually has no gear on. That's like her...
Well, it's not a bikini.
It's her underclothes, small things.
Yes. Okay, and yeah, that's been updated. So now to get my motivation back. No, it is not set. My motivation!
Well, we are in a rest area, so you can play with your glam plates.
Yay! I'm motivated!
Yep, back to the gardening outfit.
And time to turn in number 6. Time to get ahead in life. Or on life.
It's a sin eater! A sin eater, I tell you!
And now...
Yeah, I know, tonight's drink's been kind of boring-ish. Ah, grats!
Yeah, so that's 92 in both classes now.
The question is what to get you for the next 2 levels so we can do the next quest.
And it's either wait until next week, which leaves us with little to do on Monday at the very least. But at the very least, but at that point we would have the custom deliveries again, which will hopefully get me another level. Tonight's stream has been fun, actually learning about F14 crafting. Yes, yes. Or at least the gathering end.
Yeah, this is the gathering end and the custom deliveries, which is kind of a way for someone who isn't online constantly to be able to level their crafting and gathering and get the scripts they need for some of the higher things without having to grind for it per se.
Yeah, the overall mechanics are when you first talk to one of them, they'll have a bit of story and they'll have something they want you to do, and you keep cycling through that and advancing the story and advancing to the next item that he can request. We have all of the current custom delivery people fully unlocked. I think we're due for another one soon.
Yep.
And you might see that, see us go through that on air. Once you have them all unlocked, they will randomly cycle through the 4 or 5 different things they can want. And sometimes they will do the top end one and give you a bonus in XP and scripts. And for each of them, there are 3 different things 3 different categories of things you can go for. Hi, Sophie. Get away from me.
Yeah, stinging Sophie is special. TM.
Yes, get us away.
Leave her alive!
But basically, you can do crafting as any class, and it'll be the same items. You can do gathering as mining or botany, and it'll be the same items. It'll just be on different nodes. So they are regular nodes, and you can always see them if you're of level and get the items. It's just only sometimes they'll want those particular ones. And then fishing. Fishing is its own thing. Thank you, fishing. I suppose we should be thankful for small favors, and they didn't make culinary its own thing in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that would be bad.
Yes, it would, because they'd ask for 6 different items.
Yeah, crafting in this game is a lot more of an involved game than in a lot of other things. And that in itself is endearing until you hit the high-end crafting where some people can crack it. I am not one of them.
It's gotten more difficult over the expansions, fair enough, but it takes special math at the high end now.
Yeah, for me it's table flipping math.
It can be very handy if you go through like a couple of classes during the main story, and that's it. It can be very handy to have basic crafting unlocked if you then go back and start doing other basic classes, because then you can like craft your own gear, because they won't hand you nearly enough.
And it's also a good mental break from other things in the game.
Yes. Gathering was more involved than it is now. As part of them trying to trim inventory and a few other things like that, they had to get rid of part of the gathering system. One of the neat things about crafting still is you can craft normal quality and high quality items, and for gear, the high quality items will give you better bonuses and things like that. It used to be you could gather high quality items, which would give you a bonus to crafting high quality items. Now it's still partway there. You no longer have high quality gathered items, but there are items that will have you craft basically sub-assemblies, and if you can manage to make those high quality, then those will feed into making the final item easier to do. And the entire regular and high quality item is one of the strong points of enjoying the crafting and being frustrated by the crafting at the same time.
Yes.
Because it's not like you can't do the high-end items. You can make them fine. It's just you can't make them high quality most of the time.
That is correct. And of course, a lot of the gear that you craft will actually sell on Market Board eventually.
Yes.
And if you price it right. And I spent a lot of time this expansion early on leveling my crafting by making effectively one of everything and throwing it up on the market house. This took a while. It was
it did.
A little on the painful side, but I made so much gil! And I'm currently stockpiling it because, dang it, I want my TARDIS house, but I can't find where to get the TARDIS house, so...
we are not, especially me at the moment, are not involved enough for us to really get into that high-end crafting and really buckle down and get into it. But in general, we both enjoy the crafting and gathering in this game.
Yeah, but you can actually burn out on it as well.
Yes, yeah. It is involved enough to be able to burn out on it. And not just from stress of, can I do this?
Yes. Well, with that said...
I think this is the best overall crafting system of the various MMOs we've been in. Guild Wars 2 had a good one, but did suffer a little bit from repetitiveness once you got going, because it was kind of meant to have this nice discovery cycle, but once you figured it out, you could see where all the discoveries were going to be.
Yeah. Also...
So I think this one's just a little better.
This one, I think, has been one of the best I have seen in the fact that you actively participate in the crafting process.
Yes.
It's not like you click a button and you wait for it to resolve.
And certainly, you don't get into the old thing from Hammer of Grammar, which was a good diss on the WoW crafting scene, as nice as it was. Where they were making a joke of, if they ever introduced housing, this was way back in like Burning Crusade era when this webcomic was out. And the idea of, if they did introduce housing, you'd be able to craft items and everything. And, the ladies coming in, looking at this just massive pile of chairs and going, what happened in here? An explosion in a furniture factory? Quiet woman, I only need to make another 20 before I can craft a couch.
Yeah.
Because, that one got really repetitive. I liked it. This one's better. I did like that one at the time, though. But it definitely was heavy on the repetition.
The worst crafting I've ever seen had to be Arcage.
The process was fine.
Because once you hit
and
the
low levels were fine.
It was when you hit the midway point of their crafting system.
Yes.
It was basically a lot like WoW, where you click a button and you craft an item. And you have no other input besides that. Once you hit the halfway mark with Arcage, that's when RNGesus came into play. Because you have
took over the system.
And literally took over the system. You had, in order to create this really nice armor that was like level 50, you first had to create a level 15 item and put it into an upgrade slot, which would randomly spit out
a gray item version.
Yeah,
which is the 15.
Which would randomly spit out a item of a different
quality.
Of a different element type. You could only then upgrade it from, and that was to go from 15 to 20. To go from 20 to 25, you could only do that if the item was of Earth.
No, that was not the problem.
And then to get the next
to the blue,
one,
then you upgrade it again into the purple. The problem is, to get the blue, you do the blue and you get a random one out of like 6, which were basically the different class variants. And then you do it again for the purple, and it was still random on what class variant it was. So you go, like 2 or 3 times to get the one for your class.
Yeah.
And then when you upgrade it again, it could go off-road and off into a different class. And you're going, great, I just lost the nice item I had.
No, actually...
And it went to something unusable by me.
No, it was even worse than that. If you actually looked at it, you had to get the of Earth all the way up until you got to the one that was going to be your final of the correct class you want, which was, of course, of random. But it had to be of this one particular variety of...
At any time you could basically lose it.
And if you failed, it would fail completely, and you'd have to start over again. Yeah. And it was just the random nature of it, and the fact that you had to stockpile stuff just to get the one thing you wanted so you could upgrade it to the one thing you actually wanted. And it was like several steps. I think to get the like a level 50 armor, which was the top end, and this is just a level 50 any armor.
Yeah.
It wasn't even whether it was blue or purple, it was just level 50. You had to go through this entire chain to perfectly get this one slot so you can upgrade it for this one slot so you can upgrade it for this one. It was like this 5 chain.
I only remember it being a 2 or 3 step process, but that might have just been I saw that far along the chain and said no.
Yeah, I looked at the whole chain. It was like, oh, F no. No.
Yeah.
This is like the worst crafting system ever.
Yeah. And other than the, armor of random uselessness, it was a fairly typical crafting system.
Yeah. Oh,
especially for the time.
And to do the upgrades, you had to have your own property, and you had to have these special machines on the property to do this.
Yeah.
And most of the property was contested where other people can come in and raid your stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I have commented before, the entire crafting system in Archage was mostly created to give the PvPers something to do. Yes.
It was very PvP focused. So, yeah. With that said, we should call it a night. We've got a busy day tomorrow. What we're doing tomorrow, I don't know, but we're going to do it busily.
Aha!
Thank you all very much for coming along and listening to us rant about crafting systems. We will be back tomorrow night for more Deep Dungeon. Until then, be safe. Be well, get a good night's sleep, and say hello to the ferrets.
Yes, everyone, have a great night. Hope to see you here again tomorrow night at 9:30 PDT.
Good night, all.